cruise on Cat.
Ryan's from the corner. Go ahead, Ryan. This last game in February, pour it in.
I mean, starting out hot. And again, I like those two being able to really find a rapport, find each other. KPJ knowing that when he gets in the paint, he's going to be a problem.
Just look at the sample size from January to February. There's a reason why the Bucks have won 8 of the last 10 coming into tonight. Miles Turner filling it up from the other corner.
Josh Hart is always going to be one of those sag and muck type of guys where you're playing off in the paint. So allowing your shot blocker to be closer to the rim. Yeah, and winning allows you a little bit more time, right? When you guys are playing well, it's not much pressure to go back. Hey, we got Giannis, we need you right now. You know, everybody's playing well, and you're stacking wins, allowing him to rest.
Hart fakes the pass, knocks on the three-pointer, and then points at a couple Bucks fans.
And that's going to be game plan, something to watch if he continues to make shots. But right now, this is going to be the biggest concern for Milwaukee in this streak that they've had. They've taken care of the ball. These are a couple possessions now where they've been a little lax.
Boy, they're giving Hart some space. He doesn't take the three-pointer that time.
And again, that's why it's one of those things where it's game plan discipline. Shoot a lot of tough shots and make a lot of tough shots, but that's the way that you want him living.
Ryan Rollins, a perfect breakthrough, and the Bucks are red hot from distance. Ryan Rollins and Miles Turner are combined 4 for 4 from 3. That's a heck of a pass, and 5 for Mikal Bridges. Here's Cam Thomas. Again to Miles Turner. He's 3 for 3. Too many of those here so far. 4 turnovers here for the Bucks. Brunson, corner shot, corner make.
A little bit for Milwaukee all season long. When they take care of the ball and they're making sure they're getting shots up, you know, they can beat anybody in this league.
This is an example in its 4th season. Bobby's crew, a cornerstone to his mentorship. Every home game, he gives tickets right on cue. Gives tickets to 9.
There's a fine line of making sure you let the refs know that, hey, we're being physical here too.
Jalen Brunson now with 20 points.
Doc said that a couple times during the losing streak is you got to win for the guys to believe.
You do have to try to shut down this guy. And easier said than done. 22 points now he's put up in this quarter.
Because right now, he's locked in.
Melanie Ricks, what's the latest chatter from the huddle?
Well, Bucks defensive coordinator Greg Buckner telling the guys, we got to lock in on defense. We got to clean things up on that side.
Exactly, and that's why the Knicks are who they are. I mean, they've got talented guys, but at the same time, like what Doc was talking about in the huddle, you can't beat yourself, and that's the growing part of this team is this league doesn't have to be that way if we take care of the ball.
I mean, the Knicks are shooting 74% from the field, 70% from 3. Anunoby. Golly.
Good luck with
Make
that.
a hard copy of the memory.
Right.
There's Cam Thomas, rattles it in, a much-needed bucket.
You know, my brief stint when I was with New York for those 2 games, you know, it was pretty cool. But, you know, Mitchell Robinson was very, very impactful.
And New York picked it up. I'm sure he's having the time of his life. Kevin Porter Jr. steps it back.
I know something, too, about coming back and playing for your hometown team. It definitely revitalizes you. And he's been playing good basketball. I think it's a really good pickup for New York. He's a change of pace.
Kevin Porter Jr., as you saw, is back in. That's important. You know, he had left in a stretch where the Bucks were only trailing by 3. He had picked up a couple of fouls. How about that move?
Get your balance back, spin again. The dreads are flipping in your face. Concentration.
The degree of difficulty, it's almost like that should be worth more than 2 points. As Shamet comes back in off the bench to knock in another 3-pointer. They are shooting lights out, 64% right now for the game. Lob by Jericho Sims, who's looking straight down at the rim. He's averaging about 7 and 7 here in the month of February. 3 to shoot. Shamet sneaks right behind the 3-point line. It squeezes out. There's that offensive rebound from Robinson. And Alvarado's left wide open.
And that's what happens when, you know, you get a quality team that's coming off of underperforming.
10 of 16 from 3. Bobby Porter. Miles Turner up fake. Knocks in a 3-pointer.
It's like he decided that I'm going to rebound the basketball. And I think that's really opened up the game for him.
Ryan Rollins has decided to knock down the distance shots. Cat with the rebound.
I think Kuz got a tough break right there. That definitely should have been a foul on Karl Anthony Towns. So the playoffs, this is the best time of the year. It's a sprint. Everything is meaningful.
Oh, Cat. No call there. Cat. Back the other way. Kyle Kuzma. Corner look.
And I like that right now. If you're Milwaukee, if you got Jalen Brunson in front of you and you're Ryan Rollins or KPJ or even Kuz, you've got to attack and put the pressure on him. Make him have to defend.
Anunoby. Bridges touching the paint. 8 seconds here on the shot clock. Josh Hart dropping it off to Anunoby. The reverse.
Milwaukee tried to go with a little bit of different look right there, zone, and it worked a little bit. But if you're in zone, you're going to have to communicate, and especially against a team like New York that plays so fast.
Kyle Kuzma, corner shot from the other side. Playing in his 616th straight game. The Iron Man of the NBA, Kyle Kuzma. Third turnover, though, for the Knicks here tonight. Contrast that to the 10 that the Bucks have coughed up. A.J. Green, he's got some space. 5 points he needed to reach 1,500 for his career.
Possession, and they usually lead to high-quality shots.
Let's check in with Melanie Rex.
Hey, Lisa, Doc checked in with his team, and he said, guys, let's get some exchange swings so we can get the ball moving.
5 call right there by Miles, signaling we're going to play man-to-man.
Anunoby had the first 11 points here of the quarter. Well, Brunson opened up with the big quarter in the first quarter, 22 points. His first points of the third quarter. 2 seconds on the shot clock. KPJ's got to pull the trigger, just beats the shot clock and pours in the 3.
Success with proper spacing.
Deep line from Kuz. Wow!
Another much-needed shot. A much-needed break right there from Milwaukee. They got to make it count, though.
Kyle Kuzma now 4 for 5 from 3. And Mikal Bridges 1 of 5 shooting. He's got the ball right now. Chang puts the pass over to PP. That's a start.
That is definitely a start, and you saw that where that initiated. Usman was guarded by Jalen Brunson, does not let him off the hook, attacks him, gets into the paint, defense converges.
Said you want to get to about 14 points, right? Going into the dead even with the Knicks here in the third quarter. Unfortunately, that's not going to be good enough, and you've got a deficit to make up. Bobby gets the first bucket of the fourth. The Knicks team that's been 2-2 since the All-Star break. And Diawara.
I mean, for Kohler, there's not a better guy in the league to be watching play the game of basketball right now. It's a pretty soft foul call right there, but Milwaukee's got to continue to play through all of that right now, even though Anunoby is stuck on automatic from the 3.
Cat sees the seam, misses the dunk attempt. And the Bucks have numbers. Jang to Thomas, takes the contact and 1. Knicks always on the move. There's Bridges with the mid-range.
I wonder how many Mitchell Robinson gets of those 33.
A lot of them.
In the league when your opponent is doing that.
Yeah. Gary Trent Jr. gets the bounce. You know, Mike Brown, you talked about it in our commercial break, reminded us of Mike Brown's statements before the game where he was saying their defense really has played well enough, you know, to win some of these games. I mean, even that Cleveland game, they held the Cavs to 109 points. There's a few games where opponents have scored fewer than 110.
But as well as they played, you also can't give them all the credit.
Tyler Kolek for 3. His super fans love it.
Focused
Steve Novak look there.
He's faking it.
As we said, set the tone. 22 points in the first quarter, 27 points in the game. That still is the game.